Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages with the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through the cards that come out in today's reading. So the first card we have is the Hanged Man, and it's showing up in the reverse. But we have some Pisces energy with this. You could be dealing with Pisces. And we have the Five of Wands showing up in the reverse. And we have the Temperance. And with the Temperance, we have some Sagittarius energy. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius as well. But at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Two of Swords. So with this Two of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like a bit of a guarded energy. It feels very defensive, but it feels like someone kind of having their walls up, and it feels like also the communication kind of getting lost because of that. Feels like with this Two of Swords showing up over here, this is an energy of kind of being in a space where somebody is also very much in their head. And I do feel like there is a sense of kind of being a bit guarded. And it feels like it's also based upon a lot of this person coming from being very much in their head. I do feel like with this Two of Swords showing up over here at the bottom of the deck, this also feels like an energy of there needing to also be a decision that is made. I do feel like a decision regarding this connection being one that is important at this time that this person needs to make. And with this Hangman showing up in the reverse, this feels like an energy of this person also being ready to be able to kind of face things and also be ready to be able to communicate with you and be able to actually offer you clarity within this connection. I do feel like with this Hangman showing up in the reverse, it feels like things kind of moving from space of feeling stagnant within this connection to being able to also have a more active effort from this person. I do feel like this person being in a space where it's like they are ready to be able to show up in this connection in a way that it needs of them. But with the Five of Wands showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of actually putting in a strong effort to be able to have a resolution in a connection where things may have felt like there was misunderstanding. I do feel like with the Five of Wands showing up over here, it feels like being able to actually get to a space where peace is being brought back into the situation, but I do feel like it's being done so actively. So it does feel like making amends. And with the Five of Wands showing up over here, it also feels like being tired of misunderstanding or any conflict or any tension, and does feel like kind of actually working towards being able to make amends in order to be able to get past a hurdle where it feels like there's a sense of not being on the same page. But with this Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like a connection that I do feel like it is one that is also at times may feel like it's testing your patience, or it may feel like it's requiring a lot of patience with this person. But the Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like things moving forward in a moderate pace and not being able to be rushed. And I do feel like also this person embracing that idea and kind of going with the flow of things and being patient with this connection. Do you feel like with the Temperance card showing up over here, does feel like an energy of also being able to be present in this connection, and that being something that's important as well. But I do feel like this person is someone who cannot be rushed. It's like they move at their own pace, or they do things in their own time. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Fool card. And we have the Ace of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Swords. So this Nine of Swords showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in a space where someone is very much all up in their head. I do feel like they may be even overthinking things, or there is a sense of actually having a lot more concern than you may realize when it comes to how this person is feeling. I do feel like they're losing sleep over this connection or over something that has happened in this connection. For this Nine of Swords showing up over here, this energy feels like a lot of worry that this person is also experiencing. I do feel like with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of actually an attempt to be able to lighten the situation, and even an attempt to be able to reach out to you, and I do feel like offer you something. With the Knight of Cups showing up over here, this energy feels vulnerable. It feels like wearing their heart on their sleeve. I do feel like with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this energy does feel like this person also kind of coming at things from space that is, it's pretty vulnerable when it comes to what this person is offering you, or is what this person is reaching out to you with when it comes to their intent. But I do feel like with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty courageous energy when it comes to an action this person is taking towards you. And with this Knight of Cups, this energy does feel sweet. It does feel romantic. So it does feel like it's not threatening. I do feel like this person actually kind of approaching you in a very charming way as well. With this Fool card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being in being able to have have excitement in this connection, be brought back into this connection. With the Fool card showing up over here, this energy feels adventurous. It also feels like a sense of taking a risk in order to a risk for this connection. I do feel like there is a sense of wanting to take a leap of faith in this connection with this person. And also with this Fool card showing up over here, you do also get this person being in a space where it's like they are ready to do a lot of the things that may have felt like they were held back from in the past. But with this Fool card showing up over here, there is a leap of faith that is being taken. And I do feel like there's also a sense of having a lot of it's like being head over heels in this connection. And do you feel like those emotions really going quite deep and being rooted in also a lot of genuine care and genuine affection with this Knight of Cups from this person for you. But with this Ace of Wands showing up over here, just to get this connection also being one with a lot of attraction, and it feels like that magnetic attraction being a strong quality within what has brought you together in this connection. But this Ace of Wands showing up over here, there are sparks flying in this connection between the two of you, and I do feel like that's something that's there very early on. But I do feel like this person's very attracted to you. This connection also being one with a lot of magnetic attraction, so I do feel like that attraction being mutual. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have Free Yourself. And we have Romantic Feelings. And we have the Soulmate card. So with this Free Yourself card showing up over here, I do feel like this is pertaining to this Two of Swords showing up over here and this Nine of Swords. So that's feel like an energy of somebody really being very, very much in their head about this connection. But it does feel like that being something that's kind of also holding them back in a lot of ways. Feels like it also has to do with a lot of their internal beliefs and the things that they are believing and telling themselves. With this Free Yourself card showing up over here, this does feel like a lot of potential in this connection, and a lot of reason for this person to kind of step out of that bubble and be able to give this connection a chance. And I do feel like with the Hangman showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of also being able to get to a space where this person is able to, especially where things feel very stagnant or stuck in this connection, being able to transcend that feeling because of this person kind of being in a space where it's like they are not allowing a lot of those hesitations to have so much of a say in their perception and even for them in this connection with you. I do feel like with this Romantic Feelings card showing up over here, you get this pertaining to this Ace of Wands. There's a lot of attraction in this connection, and I do feel like that spark being one that feels like an instant one, or the one that was present very early on when it comes to this connection. I do feel like with this romantic feelings card showing up over here, it's also a desire to explore that romantic connection. I get this also pertaining to this Knight of Cups. And this does feel like a romantic energy. It does also feel like an energy of someone actually putting an effort towards exploring this connection on a romantic level. And I do feel like with this romantic feelings card showing up over here, a lot of those feelings that are involved being mutual. Do get that with the soulmate card showing up over here, that there's a lot of depth to your connection. Do you feel like with this soulmate card showing up over here, it also feels like an energy of two divine counterparts when it comes to being able to have a connection where it's like you're complementing each other's energies in the best way. I do feel like with the soulmate card showing up over here, this also feels like this person also recognizing this connection as a soulmate-like connection. But I do feel like a lot of this Two of Swords energy has been rooted in a lot of fears that this person has, and this person may be working through. And I do feel like even traumas, past traumas. But with the soulmate card showing up over here, I do feel like there's something real here between the two of you. And I do feel like there's something worth exploring when it comes to your connection. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.